What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mike and Dave Hit the Stage. I am Mike.
I'm Dave.
That's Mike again.
I'm back. You're stuck with me.
I like it.
I like how he changed his shirt.
What?
So did he.
Oh, you changed your I didn't change my shirt.
Yeah.
I was too busy trying to figure out all this shit.
Fucking behind the scenes, yeah. We change our shirts every time just so it looks... We give the illusion that we're here on a different day.
Even though we've told people that we do 4 of these at a clip.
Listen, I want people to go back and just look at it and go, oh, all right, so yeah, they do this, week by week.
All they have to do is check, and they'll see that my beard doesn't change, and my hair looks like I combed it with a pork chop. It's fucking terrible.
So today we're talking about songs of the summer.
And pork chops.
Which is good, because I'm already sweating like a prostitute in church.
Yeah, this one's going to come out the second week in June, I believe, so we'll be getting close there, even though the weather has not been freaking summer-like at all recently.
It's been jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah, all right, cool.
I don't like the heat.
Okay. Neither do I, really. I'm a fall and winter guy. I like the, it covers up the fat.
Exactly. I mean, it's easier to put more layers on than take them off. And,
Yeah.
like, nobody wants to see this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's, yeah, that's true. But
And plus, I got a fur coat going on, too. So
oh, he is half a Wolfman transformation.
half.
I'm trying to be nice. Jenny actually said
This
one time,
took
she goes,
me,
I want to braid his back hair.
Ew, gross.
This took me about, 4 days to grow in.
Get the hell out of here.
You're not entirely sure he's lying.
I know,
That's the best part. You're not entirely sure he's lying.
I know.
Show your neck hair. Go ahead.
He has no neck hair. Oh my God, it's white.
Yeah. I'm old.
All right.
You're not that much older. You're the same age as him, aren't you?
I'm actually younger than him.
Yeah, by a couple months.
Yeah,
I don't,
by a year-ish.
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, you're still not that old.
all
I
right.
feel it.
I know people that are younger than me that have gray hair, like straight up gray hair.
Right.
Happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a sign of age. It's a sign of, well, I don't know.
Age.
Bad,
No, I don't
Bad
think it's age.
genes.
bad.
It's genetics.
Yeah, follicles.
By the way, it's amazing I have this much hair at my age, because normally they say it's your mother's father
Right,
that
yeah.
determines that. My grandfather didn't live into his 60s,
Okay.
and he was bald as a fucking cue ball.
All right.
I don't know how that happened. He was bald in his 30s. Mm-hmm. Never saw a picture of the man with hair. I don't know if he had hair.
Right.
Really don't.
Ever?
I don't know.
He was like Charlie Brown.
I don't know. He could have been Charlie Brown, baby.
Powder?
He said Charlie Brown. I immediately thought of the Bronx band, Billy Club Sandwich.
Okay.
The singer's a big,
Yeah.
big burly
And he
dude.
wears the Charlie Brown shirt.
And he's a big bald-headed
And
guy.
he's a bald-headed
Yeah.
guy. That's funny.
Love those guys.
That's funny.
Glenn that used to play for the Pigeons plays for them.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so
Sidetracked.
this list is really just songs that remind you of summertime.
Yeah.
And every one of these is a home run.
Yeah, this is going to be another 15-minute
Every
wonder.
one of them.
No.
Wait,
No,
wait,
I
wait.
got one that I have anger. Anger,
right.
anger.
Wait. I have one. Okay, 2 that I have problems with.
All right.
Yeah, 2, actually.
2. They're not the same 2 because one of them's yours.
Okay.
Let's start with this was you.
Yes.
So you. Oh wait, I did start a list with you. I wasn't sure if I did. So this is actually a repeater. This was
Yes.
on a previous list.
It was?
Yes, this was songs used perfectly in movies.
Oh, shit, I forgot
The
about
intro
that.
to Donnie, not the
Donnie
intro,
Darko.
but
Yeah.
the long cut scene.
Yeah.
Of Donnie Darko. This is Head Over Heels by Tears for Fears.
Right. Now, this is the funny thing, because I was trying to remember, when I was putting this together, just songs that I remember from my youth,
Right.
as a kid, whatever, on the radio.
Yeah.
I remember this one, because there was one summer that we were always going up to my cousins in Westchester.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing. In my head, because, I was like freaking 6 or 7.
Right.
Teen.
Yeah. Yeah, I was 6 or 17 in 84. But in my head, I want to say Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Okay.
But I went back to look at it, and that song was on the same album, but the single wasn't released till the fall.
Right.
But I remember it in the summer, so did my brain just kind of loop it around?
It must
Because I
have.
don't see them playing that song the following summer again.
Uh-huh.
So that makes any sense. They're still both great songs.
Yes.
But
But also, when you're a kid, the summer lasts 3 years.
true.
Oh man,
I
know,
missed that.
right?
time is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I used to think like, oh, I'm off all summer. Now it's like, oh, the summer,
Yeah.
just the summer.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's like, A month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, this song is, as we said last time, this song is awesome.
You should have told me it was a double. I would have put something else.
No, it's okay.
I didn't think.
Well, because the last time we talked about it through the movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is the song itself is like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, ooh, I get that warm feeling. Yeah, like
warm nostalgia.
Yeah.
Running down your back.
Yeah. Tap my pants. What?
Oh, we're gross.
Yeah. So, yeah, good song, man. Good way to start this off.
It's a great pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually, let me see if my math is correct. One. Okay.
Did you screw it up?
No, I'm looking at his picks. I have one complaint about his choices and one complaint about yours. So
okay.
I really feel like it's evenly distributed.
All right.
Okay.
I think I know which one you're going to have a problem with.
I think you do too.
I think it's coming up in a couple of songs.
So, yeah, Tears for Fears. I've never really heard a bad Tears for Fears song.
No.
The only ones that are that might be a little bit rough is there were two. Elemental is the bass player, second singer left the band for Elemental, and that one still has a couple of really good songs on it. Then there's the one after Raul and the King of Spain, which is a little bit rough but still has good songs on it.
What was how they don't still make albums now?
Yeah, they came out with an album last year.
See that I haven't heard anything new.
They have one last year. I'm drawing a blank on the name. And the last album they had before that came out, I want to say 2004.
Okay.
Which was that album, Everybody Loves a Happy Ending, and that was when.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's when Curtis Smith, the bass player, came back to the band.
Okay.
And it does not sound like this stuff. It's almost very Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who says, "Oh, the Beatles suck dick"? Oh wait, that was you.
Yeah.
Fuck the Beatles.
I took that back.
Yeah.
I said it just to get you.
And it didn't work.
And as I said it, I was like, what am I doing? Why am I saying this for?
But and they're actually playing Madison Square Garden at the end of June, I think.
They could still pack out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, me and Di are going. We got tickets already.
Cool. I mean,
It's Tears for Fears. Who says no?
Yeah,
All right,
I think we've seen them 4 times now, 4 times.
Okay.
Last time they had Daryl Hall in his the Live from Daryl's.
Oh, that's cool.
Another guy who hasn't really done much wrong in his life.
Yeah.
As far musically speaking, I don't know what he's doing at home. So let's go to the next one.
All right.
This is The Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams.
Yeah, which isn't it funny? When did you learn that it wasn't about the summer of 1969?
It was one of the pop-up videos.
Oh yeah,
that said if you do the math correctly, he was
he would have been like 4 years old or
11.
something crazy. Oh okay,
he was 11 in 1969.
Right.
That means he was thinking about what we were thinking about, and
right. Well,
there you go.
At the end of the song, he says it.
Yeah,
me and my baby in a '69. Mm-hmm. You know, and he doesn't say the car. He doesn't say a car, so kind of explains it.
Does
man?
It's a great song. It's about a great topic. You're never gonna get me to say no to it.
So
never gonna say no to it.
Yeah. So good song.
Mm-hmm. Also, not the radio edit.
I did notice it sounded different.
There was more going on.
In the background.
Entire solo at the end of it isn't on the radio, and then those hits to end the song.
Right.
And it almost sounds like they had fucking theremin going on over it. Like
there was something.
A weird.
That's a keyboard.
Oh, that was keyboard.
That's a key section. There's also an extra set of voices as backup.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's why the album stuff is interesting. The radio edits are okay.
Right.
But I like album cuts just because usually they have what's missing.
Something a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Radio edits are usually shortened for reasons that I don't like. Like things they think people aren't going to be able to listen for that long.
Right, like a solo's too long.
The song has to be 3.5 minutes long. If not, it's
like
too long.
The worst one is Freebird, where they literally like fade it out and fade it back in, and just like take a part out and kind of put them together.
It's hard to shorten Freebird.
Yeah,
which I've told you my complaint about Freebird. Now when they play it live, they just put a hat on a mic stand and just play the song with no vocals.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who's left. I think there's no original members left.
I think the last one died not too long ago.
Yeah.
So they're basically a cover band now.
Yeah.
Or a tribute band, whatever.
Yeah. Depends on how you want to look at it.
Right.
But that's what they did for a long time. They just put a hat on a mic stand.
And just played the song.
And then played the song.
But I like the lyrics.
I know.
Well, they just have the crowd sing
I'm
it?
very against the crowd singing the song for the singer.
Yeah.
Unless it's an old man singing.
I can understand.
Forgivable.
I can understand that. But at the same time, I paid and I got complaints about that too. I paid to come see this person sing. I want to see them sing. I don't want to hear this motherfucker sing, that motherfucker sing.
And they're probably just as out of key as the singer would be anyway.
Yeah. So who's fucking it up? I think I saw a video of Benny Mardones live, and he was not on key, and the crowd was even worse.
Were they clapping on 1 and 3?
No.
That just makes me so angry.
Is Benny Mardones the 16-year-old?
Yeah.
She's just 16 years old guy.
That song
is another yacht rock song.
It is. It is.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, so that song, I thought, maybe a newer version would be better.
Yeah.
The older he gets, the creepier he gets.
Yes.
Well, the music video for it back then was creepy enough.
He's an ugly dude. He is an ugly man.
Forget how he looks. Ignore that. Yes, you can.
But it makes it creepier.
The way the video is filmed, he's standing in her window watching her. It's fucking disgusting. Creepy. There's
really
nothing.
Is.
There is nothing that works about that video.
No.
It makes the song that much creepier.
There's
and
nothing
now
that works about that song.
I love that song. Just because of how creepy and inappropriate it is. So no, let's go to the first one of yours.
Yeah.
This is "Dirty Black Summer" by Danzig. Thank you.
I got you both.
Now here's the thing.
I did this one. I usually don't do this. I did this on purpose.
Okay.
This is
to make me want to gnaw off my own hand.
Yes.
So I could stop thinking of how much I dislike this song.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't like the Misfits.
Okay.
I don't like Danzig.
Okay.
I don't like this song.
All right.
And now because of this, I don't like you anymore.
I gotta say, I did like.
If you would put "How the Gods Kill" on here, I'd be like, okay.
Well, I could have, but that wasn't a summer song for me. This is a song that has summer in it.
Yeah.
In case you haven't noticed, I had a hard time realizing what summer song. Well, not what summer songs were, but what songs were. If you really wanted to, I could have put DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince on here. Summertime.
I would have been fine with that.
You know,
I would
have had to slap you on principle.
I would have gone with oh my god, what the
Parents
fuck was,
just don't understand.
No, that Nightmare on My Street thing.
But that's
Freddy's dead.
No,
that's a DJ Jazzy Jeff song. And Fresh Prince.
It was all over the radio.
Was it during the summer?
It was during. The way I know it was during the summer is I was down in Florida visiting my great grandparents.
Yeah.
Again, I was like 6 or 7 or
right,
or maybe 10, whatever. It doesn't matter. And we only went there in the summer.
Right.
So, and that's where I first heard it.
Here's the weird thing about this one is that this reminds me of growing up when I was a teenager. I used to hang out in Glendale with Keith.
Yeah.
And right, and they had some kind of. I don't want to say it was a dance, but it was at a church on Myrtle Avenue. And they had a DJ there. A DJ was one of our friends with like a CD player or whatever. And, they were just putting... And this was one of the songs that they played. And it was just so weird to me that we were... And it was like... It was like, when you go into those church events and there were tables and chairs, but they were playing music. And... there was no dancing, obviously, because, we were too cool for the room.
You were also listening to Danzig.
But that's what made it so weird, is that it was Danzig and a church talking about Dirty Black Summer. And I'm like, this is the weirdest situation
Snakes of Christ
I've ever been in. But that's why... Twist of Cane. That's why this one stuck out to me as a summer song as well, because that was in the summer.
Definitely sticks out.
And and I also wanted to stick it to you guys.
Yeah. I do have to...
Please take it.
Admit, I want to say for about a week of my life in I actually checked it was in December of 93 when 104 changed over to modern rock and they played Mother over and over and over for about a week. I was okay, I'm into this just because it wasn't the classic. It was something newer,
right? And
then I just got sick of it and then I was just done.
I think that first Danzig album is the only one I can listen to, but I can't listen to more than one song at a time.
Okay.
Like, it has to be one song and then nothing else by Danzig for a while. I can't get behind his voice.
Okay.
It's just, I can't abide by it. It's just terrible.
All right.
I mean, there's something palpable about how bad he sounds.
Remember years ago he got punched out by some guy from an opening band?
That was Danny from the Northside Kings. By the way, The best person I've ever heard of.
Because he punched out Danzig.
Exactly.
All right.
He deserves
Yeah.
a medal and a monument. And then he got death threats from Misfits fans.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to get that no matter what happens.
But
Nowadays, nobody can let anything go.
Glenn was the clear aggressor in the situation.
Yeah.
Literally, he's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker," and pushed him.
And then
He socked him in the mouth. I think it was deserved. Fuck Danzig. And now we're going to go to my second complaint of the day. This is Afraid by Motley Crue.
Okay, yes.
From the album Generation Swine.
It's a shitty album.
The first reaction is to ball my hand into a fist. I hate Motley Crue. I hate Vince Neil.
Right.
I
And then they
hate
get
John
this guy.
Corabi.
Yeah.
I hated John Corabi before Motley Crue.
Yeah.
I hate him after. He's the reason I said recently, fuck the Dead Daisies. He was the singer for the Dead Daisies. He left. Glenn Hughes joined.
Okay.
Glenn Hughes now left, and they got John Corabi back. And I'm like, fuck the Dead Daisies. I actually said to him, they're dead to me now.
The Dead Daisies are dead to me.
Yes.
Well, you know the deal with that band. It's just some rich guy that hires people to play in the band with him.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Yeah.
that. But it's Glenn Hughes.
Yeah.
You tell me Glenn Hughes is going to sing the ABCs. I'm in.
Okay.
I love Glenn Hughes.
This I told Dave on the way over here. This sounded like karaoke Motley Crue
Yeah.
to me.
Well, the thing is, when the first, the reason this is on there is summer of '97. Mm-hmm. Me and John, we actually went to Tower Records when it was released. It was when Vince Neil came back to the band and they were doing the whole thing. But
Right.
all the music on it was written before Vince Neil was in the band.
Right.
So it was written for John Corabi to sing, not Vince Neil to sing.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it a little bit weird that way. And for whatever reason, anytime when me and John were going to practice, going to Castle, going wherever, hopped in the car, this was always on, this song.
Was he singing on this? Was Corabi on this?
No, that's Vince Neil.
That's Vince Neil?
Yeah.
I told you I thought
I
it
could've
was.
sworn-
Yeah.
It sounds but it sounds so polished and so
Yeah.
produced that it sounds like something it
Sounds
sounds
not
fake.
polished.
It sounds like fake Motley Crue.
Yeah. No, this is also, if you ever want to have a real good laugh, the last track on the song is called Brandon.
Uh-huh.
It's sung by Tommy Lee.
Oh my god.
I'm all set.
It is fucking hysterical.
Wait a second.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Same year. 3 bands boot off the stage at Ozfest. I had to look it up. I found the year. It's 2001.
Okay.
Same year. It was
Methods of Mayhem.
Tommy Lee's Methods of Mayhem.
Okay.
Crazy Town
Yes.
in Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park. I
Boot
remember.
off the stage.
Yeah.
I've told this story. I found a video of the singer of Crazy Town doing a performance in what looks like a guitar store.
Yeah.
And he is a crackhead.
You sent that to us.
Yes.
You might have sent that to me.
He is cracked
Yeah.
out.
Was Crazy Town the one that had 2 singers?
Butterfly. It was the one that...
I think they just got kicked off a tour because 2 of the guys got into a fight on stage or
I
something
wouldn't
like
doubt
that.
it.
I wouldn't doubt
If
that.
the guy really is that guy.
I'm
going to
tell somebody else's story.
Shifty or whatever his name is.
Yeah. I'm going to tell the story
55?
only because I was
You prick.
I was told this story by a person who does not fucking joke around.
Right.
He played a show. They were playing opening for Crazy Town. Not as far back as you'd expect.
Okay.
This is only in the last 5 years.
All right.
He's hanging out with the singer. Singer excuses himself for a minute, goes into the van, and he's smoking crack in the van. Comes back out, fucked up.
Completely
and then,
different person. Yeah.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then you see video of this guy. He's every crackhead on the corner in Manhattan. That's what he looks like. And this was a normal, Jenny was like, he was a good looking dude. I'm like, he looked like a plastic guy. He looked completely smoothed out, you know, early 2000s.
Right.
Was that weird look where everyone looked slightly plasticky.
Yeah.
So yeah, he looked like
Yep.
that. What?
April, he was arrested for DUI after a backstage fight with a guy from his band.
That happens.
I had to look it up.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so Tommy Lee gets no sympathy from
No.
me. Biggest hog you can imagine.
Could drive a boat with it.
So my in-laws,
We all just took a second there and thought of it. All of us just went silent and went, oh my god. It was so fucking big.
It reminds you of that scene from Showdown in Little Tokyo. Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee getting ready to go fight. And Brandon Lee goes, before we go, I just want to say, you have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man. And Lundgren goes, thanks.
That was it.
There's no context for that entire scene. I swear to God, I think that movie was written by Dolph Lundgren.
It's that boat scene. It's when it was on video cassette. I'll never forget. It's like somebody went, I got the tape. It's like, all right, put it in. They put it in. Every guy in the room went, oh, Jesus Christ.
We have to destroy this.
Yeah.
On the other side of that, my in-laws are putting a pool in their house in Florida. And they're like, oh, you guys have to come down. I'm like, I'm not going down for some Tommy Lee pool party bullshit.
Oh,
What the hell?
Tommy
Why
Lee-
would they
no,
have...
a kid drowned at his kid's pool.
Oh, okay.
At a pool party.
Brandon's
Why would that
pool
happen?
party.
Yeah, his son Brandon's pool party, kid fell in the pool and drowned.
Why would you think that would happen at your in-laws' house?
Because they're the third worst babysitters I've
Oh,
ever
okay.
experienced.
All right.
Who's 1 and 2?
The Ramseys and fucking Casey Anthony.
Okay. But you didn't. I was like, I thought.
I don't think that-
No, I thought it was people you experienced.
No, I didn't
Okay.
have to experience it. We've seen it. There used to be it was a longer list, but they've moved up in the ranks over the years.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's one of my favorite things to say. I say that to people at work who know my mother-in-law. I'm like, she's like the third worst babysitter in the world. I'm like, who are the first ones? I'm like, oh, the Ramseys and Casey Anthony. And they're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, really.
There's been so many times, like, he's supposed to be hanging out with his grandparents. And all of a sudden, I'll get, like, tapped on the face. Hi, Daddy. When he was little, he used to just come in and,
Yeah.
like, hey. And then the other day, last time we were playing D&D, my wife got a phone call. And, oh, he went downstairs by himself. Okay. Well, who's with him? Nobody. But he's downstairs.
Is he cooking?
Well, that's what we were afraid. He's never going to do
No,
something like that. But we want someone with him. That's the whole point
No,
of
makes
us
sense.
Having somebody watch him,
Somebody
yeah.
there to watch him. But it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, oh, he'll be back up eventually.
What is he doing down there? That's the question. That's the problem.
He told them he wanted to go downstairs because he thought the dog would be lonely.
Okay.
He does not hang out with the dog.
Right.
He runs from the dog because the dog is old and smelly.
Okay.
He doesn't run from me. I don't know. I'm old and smelly. He seemed to freak him out at all. I guess we should move to the next song. now
Sure,
that I've
why
said that.
Yeah. Next is Mr. Broken Wings.
This is mine. I love this song.
Okay.
This reminds me of every trip to Pennsylvania.
Oh, all right.
Because
this song,
TLJ.
This song does nothing for me.
Really?
It annoys
Oh,
me.
this song is great. Again, reminds me of a kid, my mom going wherever, and this just on the radio.
On the radio. This
Yeah.
was just
Oh, it's one of those
windows
songs, of
open,
course,
hot
but
air blowing in. You're driving down the highway,
Hot air.
and just this song in the background.
None of our cars had AC.
Or your parents or family member were cheap. It was either or.
Yeah.
Or the car needed to be with the windows open, or it would overheat. You know,
Yeah.
it depends on the state of your car.
Yeah, we had a Dodge Aspen. Aspen? I think it was. A baby blue Aspen.
We had a Scout,
Look it up. It's the ugliest car.
orange Scout,
Orange.
orange.
Orange for real orange or like
Orange, not red faded to orange.
Right.
Orange. It had the hard. It was a hard top, like a solid top. It was basically a Jeep.
Okay.
It was before Jeep bought Scout,
Right.
and it had like almost like this kind of like material for the roof, except there's a hole in the middle. Because my Uncle Junior, my father and his buddies were driving upstate, and my Uncle Junior had to hold on to the ceiling because he has one leg, and he hit a turn and boom, right through it.
That story just got worse and worse.
Uncle Junior's stories are fucking terrifying. Have I ever told you how Uncle Junior lost his leg?
Oh no.
No.
He lost it from the hip down.
Okay.
From the hip. All the way up.
Wait, was it? I think you did tell that story once.
Did
it might
I?
not have been on the podcast. It might have been at one of the games or something.
So, my
Brooklyn.
grandmother and my great aunts used to all watch the kids together. So my Titi Millie or my Titi Milta or my grandmother would get the kids up and ready for school depending on who was already at work.
Right.
So one day my grandmother got all the kids up and he's like, oh, my leg hurts. I don't feel well. So she beat the shit out of him and sent him to school.
How old was he?
12, 13.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my God.
remember this story.
Then again, the next day, she got him up. I don't feel well. Beat the shit out of him, sent him to school. Third day, they get a call from the school that he needs to go to the hospital.
his leg fell off.
His leg is the wrong color. It's turning colors. What he had is he had a tumor in the hip joint, and it was actually
Oh my
strangling his
God.
leg. He ended up having to have the leg removed at the hip, and from a teenager. So he lived most of his life without a leg.
Yeah.
So I've seen pictures of him carrying my sister with a crutch, like holding her in one arm with the crutch and the other leg. He can walk with two, and normally it's two crutches, but he can walk with one. I've seen him hop. He wouldn't hop with it holding a baby, and just milkshake a child. Nobody wants that.
Christ.
And if you've met me and my sister, you know we're already pretty close to being shaken. My mom claims she stopped smoking while she was pregnant with us. I don't know. My sister's got a tiny head, and I'm this.
Oh my god.
She does. And two different shaped ears.
What the
She has like one, I call it one like a Buick with the door open, and the other side is like mine. No reason.
All right.
It's weird. Yeah, so that's summers in my childhood were like that.
And that and broken wings. Because you guys were
My Uncle
broken.
Junior, yeah. My Uncle Junior was always like, he was always around, but he was an aircraft mechanic. So
Interesting.
yeah, well, he couldn't be a pilot.
Obviously.
You need both legs.
Do you? I don't know. Are they pedals?
You actually, yeah, they're pedals.
Oh, okay.
No, but he was an aircraft mechanic. I probably retired now. He's got to be in his late 60s.
Okay.
Cool dude.
Up here or
He's now in California. He moved to California.
Was he working here as a mechanic?
He was working here. He was working at, I believe, LaGuardia.
What airline?
I don't remember.
If it's
Might have been
American
TW.
Airlines, he was probably working with my uncle.
Might have
He
been
was
TWA.
Okay, he was an
But
airline mechanic at LaGuardia. With,
I can ask my mom later. But yeah, these songs remind me of my childhood with these weirdos floating around. My dad had a friend, Dennis, and I didn't understand this when I was a kid. He had the thickest glasses I'd ever seen.
Right. What happened to him?
No, nothing. He's just thickest glasses I've ever
right.
seen. As I got older, I have a friend who needs glasses of a thickness. He's now waiting to get his glasses upgraded because they can't make the lenses
Any thicker.
Yeah, well, they can't make them where they're enough that they'll stay on his head and not fall off when he looks down.
Because they're too heavy.
They're so heavy.
Wow.
He's at maximum density.
Yeah, but can't they thin them out now? They do that for us.
And
now.
he's at maximum
Thickness.
compression. So now that he has to wait for them to figure out a way to do it better.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time.
Right.
He's all right. You know, you can see.
Just get a thing to
Yeah.
hold your glasses on.
That shit'll dig into your nose.
He could be like Costanza when he had the goggles.
Yeah. You fucking make goggles.
You know I had to wear those in high school, right?
Fuck.
You know what, goggles?
I had to wear sports goggles.
All the time?
Well, for sports, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like all the time.
Yeah, like how George was running down the street.
Yeah.
wearing them.
No, that's
You're
unnecessary.
sitting in fucking math class with goggles on.
I did have a pair of my glasses broken on my face one year, and I did have to
know why
use
I'm laughing
my
at
sports goggles in math once. Because I was sitting there with Rec Specs, the brand of sports goggles, just and they dig into your face. You don't feel it when you're running and
Right.
when you're doing stuff. When you're just sitting there, it's like gunk, gunk, gunk. Anyway,
Yeah.
That's
So-
Broken Wings.
yeah, it's Broken Wings by Mr. Mister. Honestly, that first album, that Welcome to the Real World, I thought like I saw in looking for this, I saw the video clips of live videos for this, and I thought, okay, they probably suck live. Nope, they're amazing.
Are they?
They're better live than they were recorded.
All right.
He could sing like this in a live setting,
Well,
Okay.
I know the drummer.
and Kyrie.
Yeah, I know the drummer is no joke. Also,
Who was the drummer?
Pat.
Is that Pat Mastelotto?
Yes.
Yeah, he's no joke.
He shows up in a different list.
Yes.
And actually, years ago, we went to me and I went to see the Flower Kings, and he sat in on drums for them for that tour, and he was freaking insane.
Okay.
They're phenomenal. The next one, Bananarama with Cruel Summer.
That was my pick. Yeah. And this is
A double.
what was this one from? Was this
80s.
also
80s.
was it 80s or because this is
We
also
didn't use it for the Karate Kid.
I immediately thought of Karate Kid when
I did
put,
too.
when I put this on the list. I
It's-
was like it's takes place in the summer, I believe, in the movie. No, it's Halloween.
It's
No.
Yeah.
It's Halloween, but it's in California, so they're still on the beach.
yeah, because it's always summer in
Right.
California.
Right. So but yeah, it reminded me of the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
And it's just a great song.
It is, and it reminds me literally of summer. I know the word summer's in it,
Right.
But just it reminds me of like 5, 6 years old, 86, 87, just hanging out.
Right. And even though it's talking about a terrible summer,
Yeah.
it's still Good
awesome
summer.
song.
Yeah.
The worst summer you had as a kid, with the exception of like Death and Destruction.
Yeah.
Was still,
Still-
better than
still better
your
than-
adult summers.
Right.
Oh man. We were going over the events of September 11th, 2001.
Oh, on the ride over.
On the
yeah.
ride over. By the way,
Yeah.
nothing more depressing than talking about September 11th,
Right.
2001, driving on the belt.
Well, it's because we were driving and we were on the BQE, and you could see the city, and there was just a plane doing like this whole like barrel roll over the city, and I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's a plane, and he's like, it's a 7.
I saw a different plane. It was a
Oh.
777.
Right.
Yeah.
And the one I saw was one of those water planes. He
Okay.
landed on the river, so he was just lining himself up with the river. But it looked so weird because he was going right over the city, and I was like, oh boy. And then we started talking about it, and then
But up until that point, summers weren't that bad.
Yeah.
Man, that really put a damper on things.
Yeah.
It changed all of
Everything.
New York
Yes.
permanently.
yes, it changed all of us.
Oh,
Terrible. All right, enough of that.
Bananarama.
Yeah.
Yes.
When summers were good and
By the
cruel.
way, the remix of this, I don't know if it's a remix or a re-recording for Cobra Kai.
I don't
Kind
know.
of an acoustic sounding deal.
Yeah.
Is really good.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Separate Ways.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet.
I know, we haven't gotten there, but there's a remix of that too.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
But this next one, I have notes on.
Uh-oh.
No, don't jump the gun. This is the middle closed captioned, which is, I mean, just the middle.
I don't get that.
Because you pick stuff off of YouTube, not
Right.
YouTube Music.
Right.
But this is the middle by Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
This is the only Jimmy Eat World song I know.
Same here. I may
This
know.
is-
I think they had one more hit, but
I didn't know it was Jimmy Eat World.
Okay.
I knew it as a song from every teen movie between the 2001 and now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's in everything.
Right.
It's a great song.
Yes.
Yeah, well, for this one, this is summer of 2002 for me because
Yeah,
it was
I-
2002 that it came out.
Okay.
Oh, 2002
Yeah.
till now.
Because when I was playing with Alive and we were playing like a show every other week kind
Right.
of thing, and somebody had the CD, so it was it went down in the van, and we're going around, so it was like, all right, we're playing in Staten Island, okay, we're going to Long Island, we're going to Jersey, we're going to Connecticut, we're doing this, so it was always on. So it took me back to it, and this was actually what started the end of me listening to a lot of heavy music.
Okay.
So this is who we have to blame.
Yes.
Okay.
Because like before that, I was like, pop shit. I don't want to listen to that.
Right, right.
You know,
I got
it's either like metal or hard prog or whatever.
Yeah.
And this, I was like, okay,
Hard prog.
I had to look at it.
Yeah, but you know,
I don't even
like,
know what that is.
no, like old Genesis, the Flower
Oh,
Kings,
okay.
like the like stuff that's more like King Crimson, stuff,
Which is
Steve
really
Burke.
funny because your hard prog and my hard prog are not
No,
the same.
it's not.
Your hardcore progressive music.
yes, not.
Mine is heavy progressive
right.
music.
Okay.
It's like old Genesis, Gentle Giant, Nectar, shit like that.
You lost me at Genesis.
Yeah,
I knew
okay.
Genesis, and that was it.
You know, and you only know modern Genesis. You
Yeah.
don't know
Peter
Peter
Gabriel
Gabriel
era.
Genesis.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Or even like the first, like even like when Phil Collins first started singing, they still went pretty
Yeah.
deep with it.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Rush, yes. Man, I love Yes. I know you're not going to be into it. Long fucking song. Yeah, exactly. I don't remember what
Well,
song it was that you started snoring at me. It got me heated fast,
So
and it was so good.
It was when we first started the podcast. It was like a
It was
couple
like
in.
5 or 6
Yeah.
in. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that was good. Because I didn't see it
It
coming.
was perfectly placed. That's all.
Oh, it was just
You were just telling some long-winded story or something. You got so mad.
because it was perfect and it was deserved. If it wasn't deserved, I'd be like, come on, motherfucker. Oh man, this song is. I think of like movies like Euro Trip, Road Trip, all
Yeah,
the teen
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Whatever that. I think it was Sex Drive with
And it's,
where Seth Green played an Amish guy.
The funny thing is, I've never seen any of those movies.
but it's always the beginning. It almost never makes it to the lyrics. I think.
Right.
It's always that that beginning part because it's
Yeah.
so iconic in those movies that just that part. It sets the tone and the timing, the time period of the movie.
Oh, absolutely. This is the sound of 2000, literally 2002.
2000s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also, something that you'll probably get a kick out of. Remember when we were? I can't remember the name of the Jimmy Eat World song. It's not this. Wait, no, it's not the middle. There's a different. I can't remember.
There's a couple.
I
that
can't remember the
yeah.
other one where there's a break and
Yeah.
like this drum loop. It sounds like it's a drum loop going
Yeah.
on. That's what I was trying to rip off when we were recording Pain and Salvation in the studio.
Yeah.
When I had that break in the middle, and
Yeah,
I had to just use
yeah,
the room mics.
yeah.
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, okay.
I just thought you were being a douche.
That too.
That's actually one of my favorite songs to play.
Yeah. Oh,
Pain and
okay.
Salvation. I loved.
Yeah.
This is as close as you're gonna get right now to a reunion of members of UK.
Yeah.
Not at the same time because I never got to play with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I love that. I love playing that song. I love playing Torture, Penalty because that was a little Judas Priestish.
Yeah. Penalty was Murray, I want to say.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Murray. Torture was Nick. And Pain was Mike.
Was it?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I want to say it was him. Yeah.
It's a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Well, then you got a bunch
those
of.
are all the lead guitarists.
Well, no. Then you got Barry, which
Barry,
was
yeah. Healing.
healing.
And also, Barry was kind of also a lot to learn just with that crazy guitar line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we've gone on
Sorry,
to a UFK
nobody
show.
has any idea what we're talking
Right.
about.
Well,
Sorry.
I will be fixing that because I can put up whatever I feel like putting up. And you didn't really do well with copywriting that shit, so I can go fucking crazy.
No, I don't do it. I don't care.
So
We
we're
could do
gonna-
a show on that and actually play the songs if we wanted to.
I could do that.
Yeah. No, make sure you copyright it first.
Obviously.
Beforehand, so
Yeah.
nobody turns around, does
Takes
it,
it,
and gets
yeah.
it pulled.
Bastards.
What, one of these other guys is gonna copyright?
No, that was actually been
No. Somebody who listens.
Yeah,
You know,
no, I've been watching a bunch of different YouTube channels, and they're talking that they bought specifically not open source, but no
Open license?
open licensed music, or they got the license from the performer and the writer,
Right.
And somebody else will turn around and say, "Oh no, that's mine," and claim it,
I got
and get their videos pulled.
Bastards.
So speaking of stuff that couldn't possibly be claimed by anybody else, let's go to Separate Ways, Worlds Apart by Journey. This, I think, was on another list
Was it?
previously. Was it?
I don't
wasn't
remember it.
Wasn't "Don't Stop Believing"?
No,
No, we never did. Don't Stop Believing. Then we'd have to talk about The Sopranos, and I never watched The Sopranos.
Yeah, that's...
Me
If
either.
you tell him, you got to watch it, he's never going to watch it. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Have you seen The Wire?
No.
Have you seen The Sopranos?
No.
Game of Thrones?
No.
Supernatural?
No.
Nope.
All Breaking Bad?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Loved Breaking Bad.
But you watched it on your own?
Took me 3 times to get it started.
Okay.
Watched that first episode 3 times before we finally kept going.
Okay.
And I fucking loved it. But and the same thing with Sopranos. Like sometimes you send like little clips from the reels and stuff like that, and I watch it. I'm like, this is awesome. But I'm like, not gonna do it.
Because everyone told me I had to.
Right.
Fuck them.
Right. Game of Thrones would be right up my alley, right? You would think. You would think because the dragons and
Yeah.
all that. Nope.
I tried reading the book.
Nope.
I wanted to eat it.
The book.
Yeah, it was just like
Terrible or
It just
Tolkien nerd.
no, it droned. That's
Right.
all it
Did it?
was. It
Yeah.
just droned.
I do like some of his writing.
Right.
I don't love all of it. Certain chapters feel like they're written in the voice of the character because his chapters are based on a perspective.
okay.
So they're not numbered, they're named.
Right.
So it's Tyrion or John or
No, but that's fine. But it was just something about the way it was
But
done.
some of them work, some of them don't. Some
Right.
characters, for me, Arya, Jon, and Tyrion are good representations.
You're just saying sounds to me
They're
right
names.
now.
Okay, so 3 characters. Doesn't matter who they are.
I
you're not
I
gonna
get it,
fucking
but you're
watch
talking to me like I know
You
who the
just want
fuck
to go.
these people are.
Bless you.
So these 3 characters, their interpretations, the way he
I like
voices
these
their
quoted.
characters, the way he explains what they're thinking, explains what they're doing, makes sense to me.
Okay.
But others do not. Best way to put it.
Okay. You want to know what turned me off to it? Listening to Ron Bennington call it Tits and Dragons. I was like, nah.
Have you ever seen South Park do the theme song with the
No.
word wiener?
No.
It's just wiener, wiener, wiener. The full song.
Right.
With not one voice, a chorus of people saying wiener.
Yeah. But see something like that.
South Park.
It's like why is it necessary?
Was it necessary? I don't know.
You know what I mean?
What, the wiener?
Yeah, that.
The wiener's always necessary.
But like Mary Jane and I watch stuff, right? And sometimes like they'll put like nudity or a sex scene in for no reason.
Right.
It never pushes the plot or anything.
It's just there to get people watching.
Right. And I go, I don't need that.
I honestly think
I agree.
Right.
There-
And me and Mary Jane look at each other. We're like, why? Why? You're killing the story.
the bulk of the sex scenes in Game of Thrones, in the TV series,
Right.
established character,
Dominance
placement.
or whatever.
Their political roles or their
Okay.
position in the family. You know,
Right.
it shows what kind of person they are.
Okay.
Sex scenes really aren't about the sex; they're about power. And if you look at who is in control or who is paying for or receiving, everything is about control.
Right.
And it's in a show that's very politically based,
Okay.
like Game of Thrones, you see somebody in a brothel, now you think, okay, so they're low morals.
Right. Okay.
You
If it-
immediately make the assumption.
If it makes sense, I get it.
It can. Some of it's. I actually think some of the violence was a little unnecessary. Not
Okay.
over the top. Just you didn't need it.
Uh-huh.
Like you didn't need to do that to establish this character as a problem.
Okay.
And they kind of underdid it in some characters, and they overdid it in others.
And when did they play separate ways in Game of Thrones?
Oh, it's actually right after the intro.
And can I just, before we finish the Game of Thrones thing, because I have to break out the angry wizard hat.
Oh, here we go.
Dragons have 4 legs.
The wyverns, if they're
yes,
if they're
those
have
were.
two
That's
legs,
what
right?
was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
She's not the mother of fucking dragons.
We are
She's the
losing.
mother
I'm
of
going to lose a
fucking
lot of
wyverns.
people right now. 'cause
I don't give a shit.
How many phone calls a time? Dude, D&D again, guys? Really?
I will go into fucking detail on how my bard died. I don't give a fuck. It's
That
there.
fucking
I
thing
know.
catches me every time. Every time I'm like, oh.
You looked, and then I went, I gotta look now. Because if it's moving, I gotta set this place on fire. No. Back to Game of Thrones. No. With separate ways, featured prominently in Stranger Things.
Is it?
It's one of the songs that they used.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Because of the
Never watched it. I only watched the first season.
Can I tell you something? That's one that people were like, you gotta watch, and I watched it only because I love '80s nostalgia shit.
it is perfect for 80s and songs.
Especially that first
It's
season.
not amazing on D&D.
No, I don't. No, it's
It
not that-
references a
Yeah,
lot.
I know. But the thing that like I had to tap out on the second season.
Why?
Just because when the entire thing happened, where the girl that was missing, and they had to like those fake faith healer people that like, and I only got like 2 episodes in, where it's like they were going to start milking the girl's parents for money, like, oh,
Yes.
we can find her in this.
Oh, they fixed that.
Okay, no, but the thing is, things like that
Bother you.
piss me off
All
so
right.
much
Psychics
that I
and-
was just like, fuck this, I can't watch it. Like,
Right.
there's just certain things that just annoy me so much. I'm like, I'm done.
Right.
I can't do this.
I do like that the D&D just basically sets the stage
Right.
for each thing.
And it also helps them explain the stuff they can't explain.
Right.
They use D&D references to explain
The
phenomena
monsters.
that
The monsters
yeah.
are all D&D monsters.
yeah.
they're not. Some of them don't even look, but they
Right.
give them
Yeah.
those as they're close to
Right.
which works.
Yeah.
One of the things I like about Stranger Things is that they're not afraid to make a story both scary, entertaining.
Right.
You know, these are things that they don't really do well in movies, but
Yeah.
the series has done really well in
And
general.
and it, honestly, one of the I don't know, remember if you said you liked the scene or not when what's his name and the girl over the CB sang "Never Ending Story."
yes,
So, dude,
it's a child. It's
it's
child's
so
fantasy.
cheesy. But I mean, that really divides people. Like people are like that sucked. I'm like,
I
that
thought it
was
was adorable.
so cool.
I don't
You
know.
know?
Cool. It was adorable.
It was cool. All right, and adorable.
It was more adorable than cool.
All right, you little. I know. You can't be
When have you ever called me a little anything? Yeah, exactly.
a little salt. A little-
Mostly salt.
That's what I mean. Can I have a little salt on this? Really, dude?
All right. So,
But still, how is this a summer song?
to me, this song was everywhere
I don't
in
think
the
we ever
summer.
got to that.
Who fucking cares? The list is arbitrary.
We have
I'm
noticed
pretty
that-
sure Rock and
Yeah,
Roll
the-
Part 2 came out in the winter.
The list-
We only remembered for a different reason.
I
gonna
got a paragraph on that.
And the songs are basically to just spark little conversations.
And the biggest thing with this is I remember this song literally all over MTV in the summer. Not the year it came out.
Okay.
I didn't have cable,
Yeah.
but this was everywhere. This song was summer to me. Like, still thinking about it, you think of that, the stupid video. where
Yes.
Air
Their
keyboards.
keyboards
Yes.
on the pier.
And then the keyboard up against the wall.
Is that the one where they're like this too?
Yes.
Yes. Terrible.
God.
It's a terrible video. They did what they were doing for the time.
Right.
That always reminds me of
Yeah,
the summer.
that was the height of fashion in 80 whatever.
Yeah.
Man. Terrible. It's awful. It's right up there with assless chaps. We love you, Rob Halford. But to the next song, guys who were actually the pinnacle of fashion and the pinnacle of what we call the New York slick look. Mm-hmm. I'm kidding. It's the fucking Ramones.
That's it. I know.
the grubbiest guys who were not related, who claimed to be related. Fucking terrible.
Well, they started I think, right, calling each other, everybody in the band having the same name.
Yeah.
The same last name. You know? The only reason why we're not both Mike UFK is because we're both Mike. You know?
True.
I'm Mike UFK to this day. When I see people I haven't seen in 20 years, oh, you're Mike from UFK. Yes.
Yeah,
I've say what?
What? Yeah. Who?
I've become Roxy Mike.
There you go. Yeah. Well, the Mike name doesn't help either.
Yeah.
Because everybody's name is Mike.
I know.
You know, so you have to differentiate us by our last names or what we did, or you know.
That's the downside to having a
common name.
Super common name.
Yeah.
There's Mike, Steve,
John,
David, Muhammad, the most common name on earth. You know, it's impossible to the only way to individualize yourself is to use your middle name or get another moniker. Or, like me, just be Hispanic. Just nobody calls you by your name anymore. There's Sanchez.
Yeah.
That's how you get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ramones with Rockaway Beach, which sounds like every other Ramones song.
Yeah.
Yes,
and that is no way an insult.
No, it's just it was their thing.
It was their sound.
Halfway through the song, it just in my brain it turned into Beat on the Brat.
Yeah.
I don't know, but because
which is funny because it started out sounding like I want to be sedated in my brain.
And but it's the quintessential New York summer song.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I mean,
and if you've been to Rockaway, they describe it pretty fucking perfectly.
Yeah. You know, I mean, now it's a little different. A lot different. Shut up, stop looking at me. But, you know, that was the place before Jones Beach, before we all moved east.
I have never been to Jones Beach on the beach. I've been to the amphitheater.
Are you serious?
I don't go to the beach. Fat. Don't want to be rolled into the water. I don't want to be harpooned. I don't want to be rolled into the water. And I don't want to get sunburned on 3/8 of my body.
3/8?
Yeah, because I'm going to be wearing a shirt and shorts.
Oh.
Fuck.
3/8.
If I pull my sleeve up, it gets whiter.
Oh my God.
Exactly. It's not good.
How are you Hispanic?
From here to here. I pointed to my dick. In case you couldn't see it. You couldn't. You won't. That was not a fat joke, but you got it. Yeah, you did. So let's go to the next one. And this one...
All right, that was it. The Ramones. Let's go.
Yeah. There's really not much to say. They're awesome. There's a reason they kept CBGB's open for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were the reason that place stayed open.
Yeah, and then when that closed down, they moved over to Continental.
Yeah.
They, Walt from the Bullies used to do all the Joey Ramone birthday parties and the memorial shows and all that stuff.
And I fell off the stage there.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. At the Continental. It's not there anymore either. That's gone too. The whole fucking building is gone now in that one.
I forget where we were going, where we drove past it, and I went, hey, there used to be a building there.
Yeah, that's probably the Continental.
Yeah, it was.
Remember that time when they wouldn't let us in because our fucking pants were too baggy?
Yeah.
I used to wear baggy pants when I was a teenager, but we were going out for, I forget what it was.
My bachelor party.
Was it your bachelor? And we went to go to the Continental just to hang out, have a couple beers. And they're like, your pants are too baggy. We're literally like this. I'm like, what?
And then Joey was like, excuse me for being fat.
Yeah.
No, you know what it was? We were too old. Because that's turned into a college bar.
And there were no girls with us. We were just three guys or whatever
no,
it was.
It was like 6 of us.
Was it 6 of us?
Yeah, it was you, me,
good old
John,
fashioned sausage party.
Joey, and Angelo.
Right. So, you know, it was whatever.
And Murray.
Keith Murray.
Yeah.
Good guy.
I got to find him again. Well, I know where he is. I just got
We got to go track him down.
reach out to him. I got to go find him like he's
Do you need me to call a skip tracer? What do you want me to do? It's like he's fucking on the run. So the next one, Dream of a New Day by Richie Kotzen.
Yes. How?
I had never heard the song.
Okay, it's on the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey soundtrack.
It is?
Yup. There's a point.
So you just went old Bill. Well, I know we'll go. You went old Bill and Ted on this.
Yeah, that's it. But I actually realized this as I was doing.
We'll get to that. Go
because this is like the movie came out in '91. It was okay, whatever. And then it was next summer. Like, you remember, like, you'd go to Genevieve's or whatever. They would have, like, the tapes for sale sometimes.
Well, you went to Genevieve's almost every day.
No,
'cause
I
you
wasn't
worked
working there. I wasn't working there yet. This is 92.
It was good.
This was 92. I wasn't working
All
there.
right.
Yet.
There was one in Brooklyn, and I lived nowhere near it.
Uh-huh.
And but you know how,
I
like,
know.
or just other stores, they would have tapes and they had the little notch taken out because they were like overstock stuff
Right.
that they were selling cheap. I found the soundtrack, and that summer I just played the living shit out of that soundtrack.
But this song was on that soundtrack?
Yup.
I don't remember that at all.
The funny thing is, this version of the song, for whatever reason on YouTube,
Yeah.
the soundtrack version isn't available on YouTube.
Interesting. Okay.
It's because they changed they change up the background vocals
Yeah.
on it, and they tweaked the EQ and the sound a little bit, where it's a
Okay.
little bit beefier on the other one. But it's just one of those things that it was like
But
what?
yeah, no,
No, but it was
just
just
beefy.
yeah. No, but it was just like one of those things. Like, that's a tape that I played from start to finish all the time. I would come home from I wasn't in school at that point because it was the summer. Go down, put the headphones on, hit
Right.
play on this first song, and just play drums horribly.
That was-
the entire thing all the way through.
That was me
Flip
with the
tape.
with the Wayne's World album soundtrack.
Yeah.
I would listen to it from front to back.
Yeah, and it was, and
a
it's
big
one of those,
soundtrack.
and it's a funny thing because I forget who I was talking to or where I heard it. They're like, "Oh, the shit you listen to when you're a kid is what sticks with you for the rest of your life."
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? That's like the only soundtrack album I've ever really listened to, but I still listen to it.
All right.
I'll pull it up on iTunes, hit play,
Right.
the entire thing straight through.
It is a good soundtrack.
Yeah, you got for you got Faith No More on there, you got Megadeth on
Right.
there, King's X.
But it's on there as Richie
Yes.
Kotzen.
Yes,
Kotzen.
Kotzen.
I was it's so hot.
Yeah.
What? Coxman? What do you want
Yeah,
me to say?
I know what you were trying to
You
say.
looked at me like you were disappointed in me.
You almost said Cocksmith, and that made me think of another thing.
Another thing? What?
I was with my wife one day. We're parked in front
boy, here we
of
go.
a bagel shop.
Oh, boy.
And I look in front, and the car in front of me says dicksmith.com. And I thought, what a great name for like a custom dildo company. And we look it up, and it's the auto dealer.
Oh,
It's dicksmith.com. But dicksmith.com sounds like an awesome name for like a custom dildo company. I'm the
that what
dicksmith.
the handful?
Smithing dicks.
That's all I thought of, dicksmith.com.
Oh my god!
I wanted to trademark it just so I could say it. I founded dicksmith.com. It wouldn't. Is it not perfect?
It's funny.
Don't be mad because I'm a genius. Be mad because I'm a creep.
You know where it's gonna turn up.
Where?
You know where.
No, I don't.
In the game.
Oh God. Terrible. Terrible. So we're gonna go to the next song.
All right.
Oh no, you
No,
want
no,
more?
I was actually saying, yeah, that's pretty much it with it.
That's pretty much it. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Little hard to hear because the recording is.
It's a
you
little
know,
bit, yeah.
it's a little
that's
hard.
What they did with YouTube Music for whatever reason. I could have sent you an MP3 of it, which is much
Yeah,
better,
no,
but
we're not
Yeah.
fucking file trading at this point.
yeah,
Napster bad. If I learned anything from Metallica, Napster bad.
Fire Bad.
Fire bad, Napster bad.
Yeah.
The next one, Gary Glitter from the album Glitter. This is Rock and Roll Part 2.
I needed a shower after
Yeah,
listening to
dude.
this.
You
one.
see, I'm not the only. I was like, we were talking about it on the way over, and I told him, I was like, really, dude? You made me listen to Gary Glitter over and over again.
baseball game.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Every-
I get it.
Yeah.
Now,
Do they still play that at
No.
baseball games?
No, not anymore.
Why not?
because he got kicked out of Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos. After he got busted in England, he went
Singapore.
Oh, sorry. Huh?
Singapore.
Singapore, okay. After
Well,
he
that
got
too.
kicked out of England, he went on a tour of Asian nations known for underage child molestation.
Because he
And
was,
then they kicked him out because
Yeah.
he was doing it too much.
And the last country was Thailand, and they were trying to.
He was going to go. They were going to take him to trial where he was going to be facing the death penalty.
Yes,
Oh
so
my
he
God.
actually convinced them to deport him and extradite him to England,
Yes.
where he would serve actual jail time.
And then I think he got caught again
Yes.
afterwards. There was
He's a monster.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel. I want to say it's one like that Simon Whistler guy that he has like biographics. Today I found out Brain
I
Blaze,
don't know,
Business
yeah.
Blaze. He does a whole bunch of different stuff, and he does like Into the Shadows or something like that on dark stuff. And he has one episode that I
About
had just watched like a month
Gary
ago,
Glitter?
dedicated to Gary Glitter, and I went back to and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Ironically, his songs not creepy.
No, he's yeah,
He's just a creep in real life.
yeah.
But this song reminds me of like every baseball game.
Right. But here's the thing: is you made us listen to 5 minutes of it, well, 3 minutes and 25 seconds of it.
It felt like 17.
It could have been right
because it's the same thing over and over, just like hey, over and over.
I voted not to use Rock and Roll Part 1.
What is? I don't even know what Rock and Roll
lyrics.
Part 1 is.
It's the same song with lyrics.
Is it really?
Yes.
I never.
They're not good.
All right.
But
Hey.
We know it. It's stuck in our soul somewhere.
Yeah.
And now we know that Gary Glitter was a mincing fucking pedophile. Hope he burns in hell.
Gross.
And to cap the list, we have Crucial Barbecue by Murphy's Law.
Yes.
I don't get it.
What do you mean you don't get it?
I don't get Murphy's Law.
Okay.
That's the problem. We had done a Murphy's Law song before.
Right.
And I was like, I don't get it. And now I realize it's not that I didn't get the song.
You just don't get it.
I don't get them. Yeah.
It's a party
it's
song.
It's a fun song.
Yeah.
This is actually the first time I've ever listened to Murphy's Law, believe it or not.
Really?
Meanwhile, I used to see them all the time at the studio.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, I listened
Great
to them
guys.
through the wall.
I imagine they're probably a blast.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
They're probably a blast.
Yeah.
I just the music doesn't.
The music or the lyrics or what? Or everything?
Both. The music's good. The music is good. It feels fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
But the lyrics don't do anything for me. It's just
All right. Well, he's just talking about a barbecue.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm fat. Everything's a barbecue.
Right.
You set something on fire, I'm going to put meat on it.
But I figured you'd be happy because he talks about titties and all that other stuff. And Harry Krishna.
Because I have them.
Harry Krishna, stay away because 18 bands are going to play.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What?
I don't get it.
Fuck
What do you mean you don't
Krishnas.
get it?
Okay. I'm probably.
There's not really a lot to get. That's what I mean.
I'm
It's
about to
like-
confess to felony assault.
They are not.
Wait.
Did you do the thing from the airplane where the Harry Krishna comes up to him in the airport and he decks the guy?
Kind of.
Okay, good.
14th Street, Union Square. I forget where I was going. I think I was going. Might have been going to somewhere towards upstate for nefarious reasons.
Rehab?
No. No. You need to be addicted to something other than food.
Oh, all right.
No, I was probably going to hook up with a girl.
Okay.
But I'm in the train station walking from point A to point B, and this guy gets in my way. It's a Harry Krishna. I'm like, I don't have time for this. And I go to move around, and he grabs my arm. And I
instinct.
I one-pieced him. I hit him as hard as I could and knocked him out.
Right.
And a cop saw me and goes, why did he touch you?
Right.
I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I under arrest? He goes, no. And I just kept going.
Right.
This had to be 2003, 4?
Right.
Before X-ray school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knocked somebody the fuck out.
Right.
And it's not the first time I've one-punched somebody, but it's not the last either.
But that's why you don't like the song because he says
No,
Harry
it's just
Krishna's.
Harry Krishna's. When you said Harry Krishna, it's just
It's
all I
triggering a
think
memory.
I just want to punch their faces. I didn't want to at the time, but don't touch me.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even a don't touch me moment. It was like, why would you grab
touch
me in a train station?
Right.
Anybody that isn't my wife or my child
Right.
grabs my hand in a train station.
What did he think was going to happen?
I don't know. But
You were
it
going to stop and go, okay, now tell me?
Oh yeah, now tell me
You're gonna
about
have
your.
a spiritual connection.
Yeah, you know what the connection was? It was,
Your fist at his
it
face.
was about 140 pounds per square inch.
Yeah.
And my hand's fucking wide.
Did he somehow think you were a tourist or something like that? Because some guy did that to me a few years ago. Not grabbed me, but you know how they have in Penn Station, there's a liquor store in Penn Station for some reason.
Great idea.
So he bought a little fucking thing like this, and it was a scam. What he did was I had my headphones in, and I'm walking
And he
down.
drops it?
Yeah,
and he
that's an old
bumps
thing.
into me, and he drops it. You owe me $20. I stopped and I went, what? I took my, what? You knocked
Dude.
into me. I was like, dude, I was looking down. I was motoring to my fucking train. I was like, I'm not a tourist, dude. Keep walking. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude.
he followed me for about 5 minutes until I turned. I didn't hit him, but I had to do the, get out of here. And then all right, bro, all right.
Dude, that happens by work for me all the time. I see it happen at least once a week.
Right.
And there was they pulled it on me twice.
Yeah.
The first time, I'm just going. I got my headphones on.
Right.
I'm
They
going.
see because they look. They
And
know
the
you're
thing
looking
is,
down.
But it was two guys. No, I wasn't looking down. I was looking ahead.
Right.
But it was two guys coming towards me, and the one that was on I forget which side. He had but he does a container of food instead.
Yeah.
So he had it on the outside, so he switches it to the inside. So
Right.
it
And
would
when
go
you bump
past
him, right,
yeah.
he just drops it.
Yeah,
Right.
and I just kept going, whatever.
Right.
About 2 weeks later, another guy tries this with me, and I see him do the same thing, moving the food. I just stopped in the middle of the sidewalk like this, and I was like, you ain't getting shit out of me, so
Right.
don't even fucking try it. I'm not moving. If you walk into me, you're the fucking idiot.
Right.
And went
Yeah.
the other way. I've seen NYU students on a regular basis, and they get hit up for like 25 $35
yeah.
And you wonder why I carry a knife.
Well, they're not.
Appropriate response.
I'm not gonna stab the guy.
Sorry, our measures are different.
You made it silent in here.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not going to kill the guy.
No, I'm not. I didn't
I
say
mean, unless
kill
he
him.
comes at me, then it's a different story. But.
I'm not saying kill, maim.
Scare.
I scare people when I scared somebody the other day with nothing. We were taking my son to go to the movies. Jenny starts backing into a spot, and this guy gets out of his car and stands in the spot.
What?
Saving the spot for somebody.
Yeah. I lean out the window. No, the spot's taken. I said, get out of the way. He goes, no, it's taken. I opened the door, and I said, get back in your car.
Right.
And he said, no, you don't understand. I said, get back in your car. Get back in your car. And I went to get up, and he jumped back in his car, dove in, and closed the door.
Yeah.
So I parked the car, got out, took a photo of his license plate, put my phone away, got my son out, and we went to the movies.
Right.
That was it.
Yeah.
But I think he understood very quickly what I was prepared to do
Right.
for a parking spot, let alone somebody talking to me.
Yeah. No.
That was really my problem, is that he was talking to me. Yeah, so I don't get Murphy's Law, but they're cool. They got a great sound. I just don't get it.
Okay.
It's, like most of the shit I listen to, nobody gets anyway. It's just weird shit.
All right.
How are we looking?
We're good.
18 minutes?
No.
Excuse me.
Oh, Jesus.
I was trying to hold it
The
in.
fucking kennel cough?
Yeah.
So tried to make it. I tried to make it through without calling.
I was holding it in. So yeah, this has been episode 31.
I know.
Fucking 31. And still no violence.
They still young.
It is young.
Yeah.
Sun's still out.
Uh-huh.
Oh, let's talk about the guys.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Joe and his project Acist. I think that's how you pronounce it. I haven't gotten a correction from Joe yet. I'm waiting on it. I'm going to link to his YouTube page. I'm going to be linking stuff left and right. Mm-hmm. We want to talk about The Ouija with their album Searchlights. Just really good jazz improv based on pop songs and some hard rock, heavy metal. Their live show, they had done a Zappa cover, and I don't remember what it was offhand. My brain just couldn't process what was going on. Because no vocals.
Okay.
It's just guitar, bass, and drums.
Peaches and Regalia, probably.
No, I mean they're just guitar, bass, and drums. And my brain just could not process what was happening. Because I heard way more than what was going on. It was crazy. They're awesome. They're on Bandcamp. They're the Ouija on Instagram. And then we have John from Unworked Apparel. He's awesome. We've known him. You've known him forever. You've known him longer, I think. Mm-hmm. You and John have known each other longer, and then
Then I popped up.
like a warder, is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, we were pushed in your direction.
Yeah,
Is it Alice in Chains with corn shoved up his ass?
exactly.
Fucking terrible.
And I was just like, fuck it, I'm in.
Yep.
White people.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Weirdos.
And just about almost 30 years later,
It
we
was
are still
96.
96. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Where did time go?
I don't know.
Away.
Yeah. So John has Unworked Apparel. Look him up. He's awesome. What he does is awesome, and how he deals with people is awesome. I've had stuff made. I've had shirts. I've had patches made, which he's done an amazing job on. We did memorial patches for when my friend Pedro passed. They were awesome. Great design. He did fast. And he's always awesome. He's always been a cool dude. He almost went after Matt from Block 6.
Yes.
Over a discrepancy
No.
in booking.
It was.
Was it the amp?
No, it was a cable, or no, a guitar strap or a cable. I forgot which one it was.
Whatever it was, he was willing to go.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I love about John. He could go at any second.
Yeah. And that's also why we stopped going there.
Yeah, well, that was one of a few reasons.
Yeah.
They had missed our booking in the book a few times and double booked us.
Really?
Like they booked somebody else in our spot,
Yeah.
so we just couldn't practice.
That
so we just
sucks.
stopped going. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were pissed.
Dude.
Because back then I didn't have a car. I was renting like a zip car for the night.
Right.
To
So
do
you're
all
just
this
wasting
stuff.
money to
Just
fucking, do nothing.
Yeah. It was a good time. It was still fun.
All right.
So yeah, those are the guys. I'm Basher.exe on Instagram.
Nugs29 on Instagram.
Mike does not have social media. I don't know.
That's it.
You moved like you were going to say something.
I was trying to think of something funny, but it wasn't working. So
I still think Christian Mingle would be the perfect place for you to come back online. Come get some. No, it was going to be better. Not without my foreskin 29.
What was the other one? The no rubber coven.
The no rubber coven. That shirt I have to have made, John.
Anyway, we have Hit the Stage Podcast on Instagram. We have hitthestagepodcast.com.
And Mike and Dave hit the stage on YouTube.
Yeah, you get to see our ugly mugs. I don't look at the camera nearly enough.
I only look when I need to say something stupid.
Yeah.
Really, I should be looking
The
at it all the time.
The only time I looked at and you didn't pick it up, Mike did. I spit while I was talking.
Yeah. I saw it. I just didn't want to acknowledge
And
it.
I looked right at the camera then because I just wanted everybody to know that, yeah, if you think you saw what you saw, you did.
saw it.
Spitters are quitters?
Yeah.
Is that what you want to say? And on that note, we'll see you soon. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves.
Hail Halford.
Hail
Hail
Halford.
Halford.